On today's episode, I do a handstand on a frozen lake in Sweden. I roll around in my underwear in the snow. I jump from a cliff. I almost fall down from a cliff. Go snorkeling in a lagoon. I dive from another cliff. I explore caves in Malta and go snorkeling in many other places.
I was back in Sweden and I had no clue what I was gonna do next. It was September 5th, 2015. I was no longer considered a Swedish resident, so I basically had no nationality. I got on the train and went back to my hometown to apply for residency and utilize the healthcare system. I designed bow ties with flags, made a website and worked on it for a while, but I never published it. Time went by and I enjoyed taking photos of the nature in Sweden. The winter was approaching quickly. I went to visit my grandmother and parts of my family. Here's the house where I grew up with my family. My dad, my older sister, me, my brother, and my mother. Now my dad lived out of town in a very quiet and nice place, by the third biggest lake in Sweden. I walked down to the frozen lake and thought it would be cool to do a handstand on the ice, but I didn't know how thick the ice was. My dad had turned on the sauna, and we got into it together with his cat called Roy. He also enjoys sitting in the heat. It has been a tradition for a while to run around the house and roll in the snow after sitting in the sauna. My dad is a 3-time Swedish national champion in gymnastics. I had started working in a school, but I hated it, and I quit after about 1 month. It's not worth having a job that you hate. I like to go snowboarding and bobsledding, so I did that instead. I also went to the indoor track to run. I also went ice skating with my mother, but I couldn't take the cold weather anymore. I wasn't happy in Sweden. I bought a one-way ticket to Malta. It's an island between Africa and Europe. Got on a flight and flew across Europe.
In the rest of this video, I will show you the 8 coolest places in Malta.
This time, I had only one backpack and a black suit. I found a hotel and started looking for jobs online during the day. I had 4 beds to myself. I made wraps with cheese, ham, lettuce, and I also had a bunch of olives. I found a good job quickly, and the view from the office was amazing, but I could not stop thinking of the beautiful water down below. Every day at 1 p.m. I had lunch break, and I immediately went down to the ocean to go swimming. We are not meant to sit inside an office for 9 hours per day. I was back in the office day after day, and all I could think about was that feeling of swimming in the water. I quit the job after just 10 days, and I wanted to just get lost and go somewhere. I was free again. I got on the bus and went up to the north part of the island. That's where all the ferries go from. I got on the ferry and went to another island called Gozo. I realized traveling and going on adventures is what makes me the most happy. I was back at the hotel room, packed all my stuff into my bag, and decided to move to another place. This new place was awesome, right in the middle of downtown St. Julians. St. Julians is one of the main cities in Malta. Now, I didn't have a job, but I didn't really care. All I could think about was going on adventures and seeing cool places. I wanted to get down to the bottom, but the climb down there would turn out to be very extreme. I got down there and I saw the cleanest water I had probably ever seen. Of course, I had to go swimming and explore. I started climbing up on the other side, but it was actually really steep and I got scared. I found some other people that had a boat, and they took me out to one of the coolest places in Malta called Grotto. I had started and then quit another job right away. Instead, I had imported some portable phone chargers and I wanted to try and sell them. Time went by and I continued to go on adventures, this time with my friend Pedro from Brazil. We were on the island of Comino, located north of Malta. We had been swimming around at the Blue Lagoon. Now it was time to go to Popeye Village. I went back to my apartment, but I couldn't sit still for long. I went out on new adventures. Now I got on a boat and went to the capital of Malta, called Valetta.
I was out adventuring again, this time on the northeast side of the island. There had been lava on the ground where I was walking, millions of years ago. I always think about the same things. How did it all get here, and why? Perhaps I will never get to know, but I really hope I will one day. On my way back, I met a man named Joey that had a boathouse along the coast.
I was back at the apartment and I started packing. I was gonna move to another town, but first I went on some new adventures with a nice girl that I had met.
There's so much to see in this world, and I wish I could just keep going on adventures forever. My mother also came to visit from Sweden, and I showed her a lot of the cool places that I'd been to. Could there possibly have been a Big Bang billions of years ago that created this planet? Was it possible? One of the smartest people that have ever lived, Albert Einstein, says that we see a universe that has been marvelously arranged, but our minds are too limited to understand. We went to a lot of cool places. This place was a village where people had lived about 10,000 years ago. You can see kitchen tables and couches made out of rocks. I was totally addicted to snorkeling. My mom left and went back to Sweden, and I had moved up to another city called Bugibba in the north part of Malta. I swam over to another small little island, but it was so windy and cold up there. Sometimes there are crazy parties in the middle of all the ancient buildings, and I can only imagine what the place looked like hundreds or maybe even thousands of years ago.
Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you have any comments or questions, please post them down below.